I've spat on the lens. That's cute. That's hot. Sorry, mate. Okay then, PokeTuber, this was for you. I hope there's not too much junk footage.
I love the color green.
I'm the kind of person who wakes up in the morning
and give you, hopefully, what you want.
Hey out there, PokeTuber fans. My name's Eric, and today I'm going to show you a project I was supposed to be working on back in 2017. Yes, the C virus was just a sparkle in a monkey's eye back at that time, but here we are, full blown, living it daily. The original idea of this video was to have 10 different Pokemon YouTubers come together and just talk about what it's like to be a PokeTuber. The successes, the struggles, and to lay some groundwork of inspiration for those who want to try themselves. Pretty sure at one point I had 10 people, so if you're watching and I asked you back in December of 2017, I'm sorry. Not because I'm Canadian, just sorry in general. Anyway, I have 3 YouTubers whose material miraculously survived the death of my external hard drive. Who or what inspired you to be a YouTuber or a PokeTuber?
So the things that sort of inspired me to be a YouTuber, I was making YouTube videos for a long time, back before the words algorithm and ad revenue were being circulated. Just me and friends messing around, making videos that we loved, making comedy sketches. And as I went through university, I was watching other people making it their career in the vlogging sphere, and I was like, that looks really interesting, I'd love to give that a go. But I never really found any success in that because I was just talking about stuff, not anything in particular that I loved. And really it was watching my best friend do, he was pursuing and is still pursuing a career in Twitch and in streaming and casting involving Hearthstone, his favorite game, that I kind of went, man, I wish I could just make videos about the video game I love the most. And then I went, oh yeah, I can. So really I owe it all to him. Side note, he's the guy that I was making videos with and messing around with back in the old days.
I've been making videos every week for at least 3 years before I started my channel, since I was the head of my school's video club, and during high school I was getting way back into Pokemon after not playing for a year or two. I got really into the behind the scenes of Pokemon, and I'd say Jay-Wits and Tamashi were PokeTubers who gave me this resurgence of interest for Pokemon, while creators like DookieShed made me actually want to create Pokemon-related videos on YouTube.
What really inspired me to become a YouTuber, to even start making videos, to even learn how to make videos, was seeing guys like Jay-Wits, who were so passionate about Pokemon, doing something that they love so much. I remember seeing Jay-Wits for the first time on the TV show King of the Nerds, and just seeing how passionate he was about Pokemon, how much he loved it. Seeing people so passionate about a franchise that they wanted to make videos and talk to the world just about how much they loved that franchise, it really resonated with me, and that really is what made me first kind of put pen to paper and start learning to make YouTube videos.
For me, I can't remember exactly who it was. At the time I was watching Little Karibo, and I was seeing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Bridge series, and then I watched Megami 33 and the Sailor Moon Bridge series, which I absolutely loved. And I thought, you know what, I could make some parody videos too, and that's how I started the idea of making Pokemon episodes in 30 seconds. So I just get rid of all the filler and make it in exactly 30 seconds, and that actually took off. And then I kind of went away from that and do facts.
The thing I find the most rewarding about YouTube is that I can be my own boss. I can sort of, it's like it's a ship and I'm steering it in whatever direction that I want, and I have the freedom to move it however I like. It really does get to be my creative vision. It's something that I have full control of, and when I'm doing wrong, I know I'm doing wrong because I can feel it. I'm not just getting told, you're being lazy at work. I can really feel it, I am attached to it. And that comes with its own complications, but it's also incredibly rewarding because when I do it right, I know I've done a good job. Job satisfaction, that is what makes it rewarding.
Well, I actually like researching for my videos because I learned so many things about the world, not just Pokemon. I'm telling you, I know a lot more general knowledge than I did before I started my channel, but the instant audience feedback is the most rewarding part of YouTube.
Rewarding thing about YouTube YouTube is the community aspect, is the fact that we have people from all over the world who all love the same thing, who can come together to create awesome videos, to create funny videos, to create memories, people who watch the videos and enjoy the videos and want to talk to us about how much they've enjoyed the content, or whether they want to discuss different parts of the franchise or where our opinions differ. And it's amazing that all these people can come together to create one big beautiful thing, which is our community.
The most rewarding thing about YouTube for me is the community and the interactions that have happened because of it. I made a friend all the way in Portland, almost dated that person, actually. Complicated story, it's on their YouTube channel. And I've met some really cool people because of YouTube. The community is there. There's some people I talk to on Twitter all the time or on Facebook because of YouTube, and I am so grateful that I had the chance to meet you.
The most challenging thing about YouTube definitely is staying relevant. When you're on a platform like YouTube, where seemingly everything's already been done, it can be so difficult to stay afloat when everybody's doing the same thing. But at the same time, you kind of need to do the things that you're known for, because that keeps older viewers happy, but then you also need to be able to branch out and do new things to bring new viewers in. Then you've got to worry about things getting stale and things getting stagnant, then you have to worry about those things, and it really becomes really complicated and a constant worry that any given day you could wake up and your channel could be dead.
There is an inconsistency, certainly in terms of revenue, about where the money's coming from, how I'm going to turn that into videos. Am I making a career for myself, or am I just living month to month on a paycheck? And that's kind of insecurity that I think turns a lot of people off of freelance work and off of creative jobs. They go, oh, I couldn't live like that, I need structure. But the truth of the matter is, I think that every job doesn't really have that security. You could get fired any day for any reason, and I think it's better, it's more valuable to deal with that challenge. To go, yes, I will be worried about money, yes, I will be worried about my security and if I'm making a career or if I've made the right move, but I'll do it and I'll have fun doing it.
For me, it was the time commitment. I don't think the layperson really understand how much time goes into a video. It's not just filming it, it's not just editing it, it is the scripting, the fact checking, it is the background stuff that happens that no one sees and no one truly appreciates. So for me, it was the cutting down on social life to have to put time into YouTube. People don't understand that it takes hours and hours and hours of time. I think I once heard that per 1 minute of video, it takes about an hour of outside work. And I think that is an underestimation.
There are so many challenging things, and you can't really stray from the schedule that you set. In my case, all the free time I have, which is barely anything, considering I'm in college, all the free time goes to the channel. And there are a lot of times when you work especially hard on a video, and it does below average, and the constant fear that your video won't do well, not because of the actual content, but because the title or thumbnail aren't alluring enough. What advice would you give to those who are wanting to start your own channel? Get a good mic, Adobe Photoshop is really important, and practice editing and strive to make every video better than the last. And try to not sound robotic when you're recording yourself. And if you can, come up with ideas that have never been done in the community that you want to join. But if you can't think of new ideas, at least make your videos better than the ones you've been inspired by.
The advice I'd give anyone who wants to start their own channel is, it's great to follow trends. Like, a lot of people do find recognition by following trends, talking about trending topics within whatever category they want to talk about, and that's always a great idea, but the thing that will make or break your channel is being original, is finding something that is yours, finding something that makes you stand out from everybody else. And I know it's cliche, and I know it's difficult to think of things like that. I'm still trying to figure out for my channel what's really going to be the unique thing, the unique series, or the unique kind of style of delivery that's really going to make the channel go somewhere, that's going to put the channel in front of more eyes. And that's what you need to find. You need to find what makes you original, and you need to turn that up to 11.
My advice to someone starting their own channel is always the same. It's you've got to be original. And that doesn't mean you have to invent something entirely new. You can take concepts from over here, like a different community on YouTube, and bring them over to this community on YouTube. You can adapt, you can change. Everything is inspired by everything else. but you need to bring something new to the table. You need people to say and be talking about you and saying, hey, did you see that person? They're doing these videos and it's really cool. No one else is doing that. And that can be the hardest thing to crack, but once you work out what that thing is that thing you? Is it what you want to bring to the table, or is it just something you're doing because it's a cash grab idea? Be genuine about it, make something new, make something fresh, bring something new to the table, and other creators are gonna have conversations about you, and then they're gonna help you out as much as they possibly can.
I would say don't let people tell you that it's too saturated, because every market is saturated, every aspect, every niche, everything. And it's not the content that brings people or keeps people, it's the individual. I look at people like Truegreen7 and I think it's his artistic flair that keeps people there with him. It's not necessarily the content of Pokemon, but it's what he does with Pokemon. So my advice to you as an individual is find something that's unique about you and bring it to YouTube.
The ways in which YouTube negatively affects my social life is not so much in the time I spend on the channel, but when I want to engage with people, when I want to go and see friends and that kind of thing. Because I'm my own boss, I work in the middle of the week, I'll sort of be like, you know what, I need a break, let's see who's about. And it'll be midday on a Tuesday. And a lot of my other friends are working, 9 to 5 jobs. So there's certain friends that it becomes even harder to see, and I feel like, because I always feel like I want to be productive, I want to be working, I don't maybe spend as much time downstairs with my family.
I don't think it affected a negative way. I just found that it was hard, and even is hard now, to explain to people what I do on my channel. I don't think unless people know what Pokemon is, that they would understand it, and even then people are just like, oh yeah, you play Pokemon. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't stream Pokemon. I talk about like neat things like seizures and sexism. Because that's neat.
Oh my god, that's sexist.
I would 100% say that YouTube does negatively affect your social life. Like, I don't see my real life friends anymore. Not very often, because I just don't have time. I'm always doing something. There's always some part of the channel I can be working on, whether it's replying to comments, whether it's streaming, or whether it's doing some editing, or writing, or brainstorming new ideas. There's always something that I can be doing on the channel, even replying to tweets and things like that. I just never find time. Like, I barely have time for my own girlfriend half the time. So to find time on top of that, to hang out with friends, it just doesn't work. Most of the time, I only ever see my friends if they're at a convention, like a Comic-Con or a Summer in the City or something like that, because that's the only time where I have scheduled time specifically outside of my house. So yeah, I rarely see my friends, and I definitely think it impacts your social life to be a YouTuber. I think a lot of people underestimate just how much YouTube consumes your life once you're in the thick of it.
100%. Like I said, it's hard when you're not a full-time YouTuber and you have to go to school and do 30 hours of homework every week. I work on my videos at night. I do homework from morning to afternoon and then relax by making videos until the end of the day. That's really just like 2 to 3 hours a day, basically. There's literally no time to hang out with friends.
So generally, when I'm not playing video games or making YouTube videos or stressing about making YouTube videos and the whole YouTube algorithm and that, I am a massive pro wrestling fan, if you couldn't already tell.
Well, for me, it is definitely volleyball. I have traveled all over North America, and I've played in some pretty fun volleyball tournaments. I've gotten gold 2 times along the way. Good times. I kind of treated it like gym battles and badges. They were in gyms, didn't get badges, but I got medals, which did not give me secret powers. God, I wish they did.
Wow, okay, so apart from video games, what are my favorite pastimes and hobbies? I mean, sorry, I'm really blanking here.
I'm actually not a gamer, although I know way more about gaming than a person who doesn't game. I'm more of a fan of fiction in general, so I love films and animated shows. I've watched Avatar: The Last Airbender at least 10 times. I got really into anime over the past few years, and I draw when I can, and coming up with ideas for animated shows is a big thing that I love to do. I'm trying to get into making some music, and I go on long walks and bike rides when I can and when the weather's good. But I can't have any free time, so no time for hobbies, really.
I want to thank these three for being part of this project, and I bet they actually forgot about it entirely, so this will be kind of fun for you to look back on. And I want to apologize to those who did not make the cut for technical reasons. I appreciate you taking the time back in the good old 2017 days. As for this channel, I got more Pokemon content coming. Hang tight. If you're new to my channel, hey, cool, awesome, subscribe, or don't. Leave a hate message. That's pretty fun too. This is Eric, signing out.